Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Keith, or the White Mama 2400, and this is going to be another episode in my series called My Top 5. But before I get into that, let me tell you just a teensy little bit about the gameplay. This is going to be it's a single Moab on arcade, but I'm gonna call it a double Moab fail, simply because I start the game on a low to mid-teen specialist streak, die, I think I get my specialist boner again, and then die, and then I get the Moab. So it's at least a double Moab fail, and I'm not going to go as far as calling it a triple Moab fail because I only get like 7 or, I think it's like 8 kills on the second streak, so we're going to call it a double Moab fail. And let's just go with that. You know, give me a break, and what you're going to see in this video is quite a bit of lag because that's something that I'm cursed with. I don't know why the game doesn't like me, but I am constantly struggling with connection, and this gameplay proves it. You'll see it like hesitate and skip around a little bit in certain spots, and that's what I deal with all the time. If I face really good players, I struggle if I'm on a connection like this. Like, it's hard for me to get beastly gameplay because you can't always get noobs like this to where they're terrible, which they actually weren't even bad because I think you'll see the scoreboard at the end. There's a lot of like a couple prestige guys, and they're not terrible, but they weren't the best. If I got a good connection, I could be dropping monstrous games. Just, I haven't got that yet. Hopefully, things will change soon, and I can get you some of these beastly gameplays that I'm capable of bringing you. So that is all I want to talk about the gameplay. I actually went in way too much detail that I wanted to. But like I said, this is going to be episode number 2 of a series of mine called My Top 5. And if you missed the first episode, or if you're watching this on Banana Reloaded, you obviously didn't see the first one, I'll put an annotation in the screen and a link in the description to the first video. And you can check that out first or after or whatever. It's not really a big deal. But this is a series where each week I'm going to propose a topic. Last week was movies. This week is going to be YouTube commentators. So what I'm going to do is, after I give you guys a topic, YouTube commentators, I'm going to proceed to give you my top 5 of that category, and I'll tell you a little bit why I chose what I did, kind of things like that. And the only 2 things I ask you in return is if you enjoy the video, you leave a like, and for you to, the second thing is the more important one, I really want you to do this, in the comment section below after you watch the video, take a second, think about it, and give me your top 5 of that category. I get it, some weeks you won't have, you know, you'll be like, I'm not into whatever that topic was, so I'm not going to leave one. But this week is definitely one you can leave a comment in, because obviously you should have a top 5, you know, or at least a favorite YouTube commentator, because you're watching a YouTube commentary. So I would think you would. Okay, so I'm going to get into my top 5. This was very difficult, by the way. I had about 10 guys that I put on a piece of paper. I'm like, these are the 10 guys that I watch the most. I can't wait for their videos to come out. I love these 10 guys. But I had to make it down to 5. I had to cut it down. And the hardest one, I think, to leave off the list was Juicer, because I love his videos. I actually don't like 2 of the guys that he's with a lot of times, TBNR Frags and Incredible Orb. I don't care much for them, but I love Juicer for some reason. And he's one of the top guys out there. He's on Machinima. He's big. He's like 100+ K subscribers. So I'm sure you've heard of him. So I'm gonna put him at 6, even though it's a top 5, just to let you guys know that he's the one that just missed the cut. So number 5 is ZX612. And he's a guy that I don't watch him for the gameplays, to be honest with you. It's just a backdrop. I'm there to hear his personality and to hear his voice and to hear like the different accents and voices that he can make. Most of his gameplays are like Gun Game and just games like that, like stuff you don't really care about. Like, yeah, they're fun to play every once in a while when you're on, but they're not the impressive double and triple Moabs and 100+s and things like that. Things that most people watch beastly gameplay to see. Not like that. He does some of his voices. I personally think he does a better Russian voice than FPS Kyle. It's really good. This German does like a little retarded boy kind of thing. I don't know. He does like 60, 70, maybe more than that voices. And he's hilarious. You'll laugh the entire time you're watching his video. And he's actually partially the reason why, if you're watching this on Banana Reloaded's channel, why this channel's here, because of the Panzoid.com, which I'll leave a link to that in the description. If you've never been there, you should check it out. It's good for, especially for Call of Duty communities, and if you're trying to grow your YouTube channel. So check that out. So he's number 5. Number 4, I'm going to put Wicked Shrapnel. He's much bigger than ZX612. I think ZX612 is like 30,000 subscribers or something like that. Wicked Shrapnel's like 120, 130. He's big. He has 2 really popular series. It's called This Gun Effing Sucks and This Gun Effing Rocks on Machinima. So you've probably seen him there, even if you haven't actually went to his channel. But I love those series. It's an amazing idea. I wish I would have thought of it. That kind of thing. Like they're one of the premier series on Machinima right now. And the other reason why I put him in my top 5 is because he enjoys playing with his PP. And when I say that, I mean his PP90, the gun, not what's in his pants. But when he uses his PP, he makes PP jokes. And I also enjoy playing with my PP and making PP jokes. So I have to put him in there. He's really funny, so you can check him out. Plus, he has pretty solid gameplay too. To be honest with you, he's a well-rounded, like a mixture, the good personality with good gameplay. So definitely check him out if you don't know him. So now it's starting to get into the nitty-gritty. Number 3, I'm gonna put a guy that I'm sure you probably haven't heard of, and I only know him because of the number 2 guy in my spot. It's gonna be T-Jack10101, aka the Samurai Slashing Through Noobs. And that is his name. He has an amazing personality. If you like the Mark of J, it's like that, outgoing, just intense, up in your face, like screaming, yelling, but in a cool, relaxed, nice, simple way, if you get what I'm saying. Great personality, but he's also a beastly player. He's one of the best players I've ever watched, actually, in my opinion. Just his skill at the game is incredible. You know, he drops the double assault Moabs, things like that, the 100 pluses, but he does it without support, without a team, and without spawn trapping. And to me, that is way more impressive than having a complete ground war team all holding the position, giving you call-outs, and throwing vests at your feet, which, you know, that's cool. You know, I still watch those kind of videos every now and then, but to do it, you know, the way T-Jack does it, it's pretty impressive. So he's a super beast. So, yeah, check him out, give him some love. He's only like 3,000 or 4,000 subscribers or something like that. I don't know the exact number because I don't usually go to their channel. I just see him in my sub box. But I know it's less than 10, so he's pretty small. I don't even know if he's partnered yet, but he's gonna be one of the top guys pretty soon, I think. So getting into number 2, why I know T-Jack is a guy by the name of Bob Loblaw. I know his name is kind of funny to say, and the reason he makes number 2 is because of his voice. He has one of the sexiest man voices I've ever heard. I swear to you, he has. He's my favorite voice in YouTube, and that's simple as that. And he does Moab videos. He's a beastly player too, but he plays more like me, in my opinion. I relate to his play style a lot. He's an objective-based player, but still drops Moabs, and I'm definitely an objective-based player. And there's my Moab, right on time. So Bob is one of my favorites. It wasn't a tough decision for number 1 because there's a clear-cut number 1, but 2 through about 8 or 9 really tough to make a decision on. Since the video is winding down, I'm going to give you my number 1. No need to explain. It's going to be Hutch. I've loved Hutch since Modern Warfare 2, since first seeing Camp Hutch, since watching him get in an argument with Wings of Redemption on an episode, and I've watched that probably like 50 times. Even though it's a 10-minute video, I love Hutch, and I'm so glad that he's back. So I want to say thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a comment. Give me your top 5. If you disagree with me, yeah, that's cool. We're all entitled to our opinion. Remember, this is an opinion-based show or series, so don't give me too much hate on my numbers. That's all that I really have for you today. If you're watching this on my channel, go check out Banana Reloaded. If you're watching it on Banana Reloaded, go check out my channel. It's pretty simple. So, thanks, guys. That's all I got. Peace out.